Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Talking Bits, the show where I take you behind the scenes of SchloerBITS and share with you all of my DIY video production and content creation tips and tricks. Today I want to talk to you about the law of creative inertia. So the law of inertia says that an object at rest stays at rest, an object in motion stays in motion, unless acted upon by an outside force in either of these cases. And it's the same thing with creativity. So basically what that means is that the hardest part of any project is getting started. But once you get started, things kind of keep moving because you have inertia on your side, and it's easier to keep an object going, keep a project moving forward than to start it and then stop for a really, really long time and then have to restart it and use all this energy to restart the project, and then it stops and you don't do it. Like if you keep going with the project, keep doing a little bit over time, it gets done and it keeps happening and you kind of build on your momentum and you keep going and going and going and going and going. I have a great example of this from my own life. A couple of weeks ago, I realized that in the span of a month, I had filmed 16 pieces of original content for my YouTube channel, and I went, holy crap, how did that happen? Like, I didn't set out to film 16 pieces of content. I wasn't like, okay, I'm going to film this and this and this and this. Like, I knew what I was going to film, and I knew when, but I didn't think about how much it was. I just started to do it because I wanted to do it. And sure enough, I'd filmed a bunch of episodes of SchloerBITS, and then I was like, oh, I want to do some talking bits. I have some ideas for that. And I filmed a bunch of those. And then when I added everything up, I was like, wow, I have 16 pieces of original content that I shot in less than or about 30 days. Like, that's crazy. My biggest tip would be to start doing your project and at least do something every day. So there have been plenty of SchloerBITS that I have shot over several days doing one shot a day, because it's complicated enough and there's different setups and since I'm doing everything by myself, I can get this shot done, and then that's good. And then, the next day I'm going to get the shot, with the computer, I'm going to be able to do that. Okay, I can get that done. And so like you're taking these little tiny baby steps, but you're continuing to move forward. And that's really what the law of creative inertia is about, is that if you're continuing to move forward, and you're going to feel motivated to do that because it's easier to stay in motion than it is to put all this. It takes a lot of energy to start something, but once it gets going, it's pretty easy to keep going. I mean, I filmed all that stuff. I didn't even realize it because I had the law of creative inertia on my side, and it was great. So like I said, baby steps, even if you're just rehearsing a scene for the project on a day, or if you're just, trying to figure out the locations on a day, or if you're just, little tiny things, what can you get done that day to keep your momentum going and to keep your mind focused on the project and to keep your creative inertia up? And because trust me, it's way easier to keep it going than to start it, take all this energy getting it started, and then stopping for a really long time, because then you have to restart and you have to use all that energy again to restart it. It's much easier to just keep it going along the way. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to send me your questions about SchloerBITS and DIY video production and content creation. Any questions that you have, send those to schloerbits@gmail.com, and I will be sure to answer them. And be sure to tune in every Tuesday for a new episode of Talking Bits, this show right here, and every Saturday for a new episode of SchloerBITS. Yay! Thanks, guys. Bye!